Going up. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Ifa Bumi. Ifa Bumi.
Hey, sis.
Hey, boo boo. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to see how I can send this out.
Are you? I don't know. If, it'll let you. Well, I don't. Good question.
Yeah, cause somebody wanted to watch it.
Or
And I sent them the flyer,
hey,
but
Chris. I was gonna say if you're not able to send it out, I mean, want to post, I'll save and I can send it to you if you want to post it on Facebook or something.
okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Hold on.
Come on in, y'all. Come on in. So, we're just getting situated, but hey, Chris. Hey, boo. Uh, just so you're aware, this is Wellness Thursday, and I'm really, really excited to talk to my sister about spirituality and self-love because she's the guru. Well, I don't know if she want to be called guru, but she's the priestess. And so, um,
Hey, everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. Hi.
don't apologize. You good. We blessed to have you and experience you. Whoop the whoop whoop whoop.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Blessings, all of you beautiful humans. Like, let me get this camera right. How y'all feeling? How are you feeling? It's not a y'all. You here? How are you feeling, dude?
I'm feeling good. I'm looking at this. It's like it's a goddess throne, or like you got a queen throne. Or what's going?
Oh yeah. So my theme color for this year. So every year I have like a different color because I like to focus on a different chakra. And this year is my sacral. And so orange is my color, focusing on bringing out my creative energy, being able to flow with the changes that have been happening in my life,
Yeah,
being able to be unapologetic about the giant that I am.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a goddess throne. Yes.
It's a goddess throne. Yes. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's completely your aura. Completely you are. So yay. How you feeling?
I feel absolutely amazing. Like I literally slept today until about 3 o'clock. So, you can't say that every day. You cannot say I slept in. But
Mm.
today, I slept in. I made a few phone calls, sung a few I love yous, and then I just was like, I'm going to relax. We get so caught up in working and working, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I need to finish this, and mm-mm. We forget to just chill and to appreciate the moments when we don't have nothing to do. Because those are the moments that are rare, and those are the moments that we need to hold precious. So today, I did that.
I, I
I
say.
did that. All right, slapped.
That's necessary, okay? When I got off work today, I went to sleep about 3 4 hours, and then I woke up and I like said to myself, yeah, okay, sorry if you could hear this dog. I have a puppy. You know I got a puppy, and this puppy is making some noises.
My little niece, hey.
You can have her if you want. Good lord. Okay, anyway, but rest is necessary. Sometimes we be on the go, have to like be obedient to our spirit, be obedient to our body. And when it say you sit your ass down and go to sleep, you better sit your ass down and go to sleep.
Spirit sit you down, it's a cold. You done caught COVID or something. You done got sick. It's so many different things that happen when we don't listen to spirit. God is like, come on, bruh. You can't
Mm,
take 10 minutes. All right, now you're finna have to take a week.
that part. That part and then and you're forced to do it too. You're forced. And
Mm-hmm.
usually it's some stuff that you don't want to have to like it's painful sometimes, so
Yeah.
you got your rest in, yeah. But I do want to thank you for joining me, sister, on this live. I'm so excited. For those who do not know me, my name is Jaleisha Jones. I am a self-love coach, and I have started back doing like that's a side note. I'm just gonna say this. We gotta step into speaking that. Like that's who we are. I think a lot of times, and I think you as well. I think we kind of like see on eye to eye. We kind of like downplay a little bit that coach thing. But you better drop that thing in there. We a coach. We a whole ass coach.
Is okay. We change your lives. We help the women by being ourselves, baby.
Yes, healing people. So, helping people heal, waking to healing. But yeah. So I'm a self love coach, and I usually do like wellness Thursdays. So today I really wanted to talk to my sister. I really wanted to talk to someone who has like she's a like she's young, y'all, but she don't act like she been here a couple lifetimes. She like mama, like maybe 24. Like she young, but she don't really she done been here, and her whole energy, her whole essence is just absolutely amazing, and it's healing, and it's enlightening. Oh, this dog is just she wants to get up.
Agreeing. She's agreeing with you. Come on.
She's tapped in. But yeah, so everything about her, I love her so dearly, and so I really wanted her to have this conversation about spirituality and why it is tied into self love and what that looks like. And I'm gonna let spirit flow, however it flows in this conversation, because I know you may have an idea what we're gonna talk about, but spirit moves how spirit moves, and we just honor that. So, for you to start, I'm gonna ask you just to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what do you do, sister?
Well, hello. Hey, everybody. I am your girl, E5 Bunnmi. I am your favorite spiritual gangster. I am the one, the only twerking priestess. No, twerking is just, a part of the character. No, but I am E5 Bunnmi. I am a soul freedom coach. It's a life coach. I just put my own twist on it because my goal is to help free your soul, right? You see how that rhyme? It's to help get you out of your own shell, out of your own mind, out of your own way, so that you can actually move towards your greatest self. So many of us are so compacted in fear and other people's opinions that we forget our own greatness. So I'm here to shake your ass up so you can see the greatness that you was born here with from your soul. Like you was born with this shit. Um, I am also a priestess at Gungun Priest, so I was initiated into the ancestors, so I do a lot of ancestral work. And I am also a Barisha, which is also a different type of priest, and I work more with nature. In the Yoruba tradition, that's the tradition that I chose. We work with the Orishas, as far as like Oshun, Yemoya, Shango. Some of you guys may know these names, but I work with the spirits of nature, connected to nature, and helping people realize that we are literally a reflection of nature. That is my goal. That is my purpose, is to really just help people show up and be themselves and own it, and not be afraid to just own who the fuck you are, because a lot of us are fucking amazing.
Yes.
A lot of us. It's crazy. And I just will share this. I think most of us are born with confidence. Most of us are born knowing who we are, showing up, being great, allowing our light to shine. And then as we grow, people kind of like throw things on us, right? Your mama with her insecurities, daddy with his insecurities, cousins, uncles, teachers, everybody, wants to throw their opinion of life on you. And as kids, we start to digest it. And then we become adults with all of this greatness that has been beat down because of the people around us. And it's kind of feel like, how people be like, I feel like I'm dying inside, or I feel like I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to be great. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, it's under all of that fucking debris. It's under all of that, of those opinions and all of those viewpoints and all of those ways that you should do something. That purpose that you're looking for is there. And so that's more or less how I feel I became who I am. When I realized, like my mom would always say, and my cousins, they'd be like, you don't settle. You do what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. I've always been like that as a kid. I grew up as a Libra, people pleaser. people pleasing. I always wanted to take care of everybody, make sure everybody good, changing who I was for other people. And I lost a lot of me doing that. So I had to go through the dark night of the soul in
Mhm.
order to reclaim my soul. So that's the reason I use the soul freedom coach, because sometimes we got to go down to go up. And sometimes we got to realize what we feel ain't us. Okay, you know I'm long-winded, sis, so you got to do the little too.
No, no, but it's actually really good because you touched on so many different things. You kind of answered another question I already had, but it's all good because I want to like go backwards a little bit because you said about we were born with confidence. Like that was enlightening because a lot of us are born with our own sense of who we are, our core.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know who we are, but it is everybody else around us that puts all that stuff on us, their projections, their insecurities, like you said, and then we become a shell of what we used to be or what we were gonna be if we hadn't been absorbed by all the bullshit around us, right? And so it's really about finding that person again. It's really about reconnecting to that confident woman or that confident man. And that's why she's amazing, y'all, because she will shake that shit. Miss Queen Pat, you gonna shake that shit loose. You gonna connect to who you are. You're gonna enjoy who you are. You're gonna embrace all of who you are. So yes, I love soul freedom because that's exactly what I think of you. It's like yes, freedom. We finna open this shit up. We finna open it up. Okay, we finna open it up. Exactly. Yes. Okay. I didn't even think of like we come into this world with confidence. We do come into this world, and it's everything else that messes that up, and we have to refine that again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sis, I love you, so I'm excited to do this. Okay, so let me ask you then, because to me, when I think about spirituality, because I had my own spiritual awakening a few years ago, and as I'm coming into this and I'm helping other women, people have this idea what spirituality is, or if it's tied to religion, or if it's tied to like just wearing waist beads and burning sage, because I think it's a trend right now. It's a heavy trend, which we burn sage in our Palestine. So we do all those things, honey. Okay, I would have had my evil eye necklace on right now. If I had put it on, I would have had it on. Shout out to my sister right here. She makes evil eye necklaces. Okay, she has it. She's the link. But what is to you? What is spirituality? What is that? Because there's so many different stipulations of what that is out in
Yeah.
social media or society.
Yeah, that's a good question. And so I'm a little weird. I'm not weird. I'm a little abnormal, right? I think spirituality is the truth. It is, for one, the realization that you are not just a fucking human. I did not come here just to be a human and just to have this mundane life. I'm also spiritual. I came here to create my life. I came here to manifest. I came here to co create. Spirituality to me is understanding I'm both. I can twerk and I can dance, but I can also, call down the spirits of the heavens to get some work done. I could love you and I could send you love and peace, but at the same time, bitch, I could beat your ass, right? So
Right.
spirituality is accepting the duality and also doing the necessary work to cultivate the energy in which you want in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's not about, to me, this is my own opinion. It's not about a religion or being a part of a certain group or being a part of a certain tradition. It's about you and your connection to your spirit guides and to yourself and to your higher self.
Mm-hmm. Ashe. I agree with you completely. And these are just our opinions, but I also do believe it is truth. I think it's freedom. I think it's liberation. And I think it's rediscovering actually who you are and actually tapping into all the power. Because I feel that sometimes certain religions may limit you. And I feel
Mhm.
spirituality liberates you because it
Yes.
everything that you possibly can have in front. Like it's just so much that you can have your resource. You like, damn, I really got angels. I really got spirit guides. My ancestors really, they really got my back. They really over there. They really okay. Y'all really with my ass. I didn't even know. So
Yeah, like shit. Life is really, it's for me. It's working for me.
For me. For me, like I have my whole team. I have my whole ass team. You got your team. I got my motherfucking team. Don't fuck with my team. My team got me. They don't play by me. You know, and that knowing that that's a whole like I don't know. I feel like it's it gives me more peace. I feel like because I feel like I got more power. Like I can't be you can't just do whatever to me. You can't just say whatever to me. You can't play like who do you know who you dealing with? Do you really? I don't think you know. You really don't know. But I'll show you all my ancestors. My look, they got me. Like that's that power, and so it absolutely is truth. But everybody's opinion is everybody's opinion. But I do feel that it is liberating, and it allows you to empower yourself even more. And what I wanted to ask you, because when I think of spirituality as well, I think that ties into self love, and
Mm.
do it is to me ultimately self-love because we got to do the deep work of peeling back the layers of figuring out letting go of all the bullshit before so you can embrace all that you are and love all that you are, which is self-love, but to me it's also spirituality. And so I would ask you, how do you feel that the self-love ties into spirituality, and especially the work that you do?
Um, that's really a good question, and I'm gonna take a second and really think about the two.
Okay.
Because for me, it's like I can't have one without the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this in a sense of I was so a little bit about me. I was born in the Nation of Islam. So I was born in a very spiritual family. My grandfather, he served for Minister Farrakhan for over 25 years. My grandmother, like my family has been very much so always a very spiritual like tribe. So for me, I don't think that I would exist without my spirituality. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, it is the love that I have for myself that keeps me grounded in my spirituality. A part of me feels like I always say when I wake up in the morning, you can't be a bad bitch. You can't be telling everybody to say their affirmations and they goddess if you ain't brush your teeth this morning. You can't be a bad bitch. You can't be telling people that God is what they are if you ain't say your prayers this morning. How are you a priestess if your house is dirty, right? So in my mind, my self-love keeps me in check with my standards for my spirituality. And because of my spirituality, because I know, hey, cleanliness is next to godliness, because I know that I am the altar, I am the temple. And if I show up, how I show up, how I take care of myself, is also how I'm treating my ancestors and my spirit guides. So I know, well, let me make sure I'm good. Let me make sure my hygiene is good. Let me make sure I'm exercising. Let me make sure my house is clean. Let me make sure I'm eating right. And all of those things are both self-love and spiritual practices. So for me, I can't have one without the
Goddamn, sis. Goddamn. Damn. Yes. All of that tied in together. Because I'm just thinking, yeah, if I'm telling people to practice spirituality or speak to your ancestors, they don't want me coming to them my breath stink. They don't want me coming to the altar and I ain't taking no bath. They don't want me coming to them and the whole altar, I ain't cleaned it. I ain't gave no offerings. Oh, goodness. That's self love. That's self care. Like that's disrespectful though. If that's what we're doing, we have to take care of ourselves to be able to be in line with our spirituality, and that's like it's a consistent daily practice. And if you're
other.
pouring into your spirituality, that should be uplifting to pour into yourself, your love and your self care and how you take care of yourself. If you are just coming to your altar, or you come into your spirit guides and ancestors, and you just you don't give a fuck. All right,
They're not gonna get fucked.
what happened? I'm gonna see what ain't shit finna happen.
And let me just say this, like when you're choosing to say yes to creating a spiritual ritual and starting like becoming spiritual, that self-love rater, that self-love meter, that hoe is going to go up. Why? Because as you're praying and as you're saying your affirmations and as you are in the mirror doing your mirror work and as you're doing your shadow work, your confidence goes up, because you can't be praying to the almighty creator and not feeling the power of the Almighty Creator with you. You can't be taking spiritual baths and not feel your energy shift. You can't be doing the work and not feel the results. The math won't be mathing.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So if you do the spiritual work, the self-love will come. And if you love yourself, the desire to do the spiritual work will be innate. Ain't nobody in this world that really love themselves saying, I ain't gonna pray. I ain't gonna, like, no matter their spiritual tradition, if you truly love yourself, ain't no way. Ain't no way you ain't taking care of your spirituality, your spiritual hygiene.
Now let me piggyback on that, sis, because you said a lot with with us doing our altars and spiritual baths and just being who we are spiritually. For those who want to tap in or who don't know how to tap in, how do they start that journey? What does that look like?
Well, everybody's spiritual journey is absolutely different. No one journey is going to be the same. Like I said, I grew up in the Nation of Islam, but I also practiced Buddhism. My grandma was Jehovah's Witness, so I stepped into the Jehovah's Witness tradition. I converted to Christianity my sophomore or freshman year in college. I became a minister in the church. Then I left all religion, became started the Yoruba tradition, and then became a priest. And I've been here for the past 6 years. So everybody's tradition will look different. Their journey is different. Let me say that first. Secondly, the very first thing you want to do when you're starting your spiritual journey is to sit with yourself. Cut off the TikTok, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram. Sit with you. Because in order for you to truly find what it is that's going to help you elevate, you have to first know yourself. You have to know, how does my spirit work? Am I better with mental manifestation? Am I better with having physical things here? Spirit, am I needing a tangible sign? You need to sit with yourself first to decide what it is that you're wanting and desiring from your spiritual journey and from spirit. The second thing is for you to find out, well, who are you? What is it that your family tradition is? What is it that resonates with you? Because me, I went through 3 or 4 different traditions, and a lot of them I felt, but I didn't feel. So what is it that resonates with you? Then do your research. Do your research. Don't just, because you see a friend in a religion or a tradition, hop on that hoe just because they doing it. Sit with it. Research it. Study it. Dive into the tradition and learn it before you say yes to something. I will also say, I got a whole list. I'm sorry, sis. I'm just gonna
No,
run through.
I don't want you to apologize. I want you to teach. So you teach. Hey.
The other thing is, connect to your ancestors. Who are those that came before you? Who's your auntie, uncle, great auntie and uncle? But you only want the ones that are here for good, that got good juju. We don't need no bullshit up in the house, okay? Only good energies, right? But after you get to know your ancestors, then that's when you start to build your tribe. You start to connect to other like-minded people. And this doesn't mean you just go after people who are choosing the same tradition as you, but you go after people who are choosing to sit with themselves, meditate, who are choosing to get in tune with their bodies, yoga, who are choosing to get in tune with their community, right? Going to the lake, doing community service, doing outreach programs, right? Get with people who are actually going to have a positive impact on your spiritual journey. So starting is just simple. Sitting with yourself. Reiki is necessary. But here's the thing about Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki master for 3 years. Reiki, it moves your energy around. We're going through and we're clearing portals. But here's the thing. When you sit on that Reiki table, the very first thing we ask you is, what are you wanting? What are you needing? What are you looking for? Because that's how we know where the energy needs to move. But not only that, we have to take into account, okay, so now what are you feeling? What are those side effects of the energy that we just moved? Because my Reiki healing is through the heartbeat. But let's just say, and I'm sorry because now I'm on a different road, but let's just say I had a sister come to me, she had uterus issues. I am moving energy, shifting energy in her uterus. I'm all in her womb, moving things around, right? right? But she can have this block here, and because of the energy that I just moved in her womb, now it went up to her heart chakra. So now the motherfucker is crying all day. She all in her feelings. Everything that make her mad, everything that made her sad, right? So it's important, even when we're doing things like Reiki, even when we're going to get sound baths, even when we're doing time past life regressions, whatever the fuck it is, that we are keeping a chart and we are writing out how our body is responding, how our energy is responding, what messages we're getting, because anything we do when it comes to spirituality, it all has a meaning and it's all trying to show us something. I also recommend, do not try to go in and just open all your chakras.
I done did that before. Don't do it.
That's how people fucking go crazy. That is how people go crazy. First of all, if all your chakras were meant to be open at one point, at that moment, they would be. The fact that your chakras are not all open, that means that the ones that are closed, that's some shit that you need to work on. Instead of trying to go to somebody and do a meditation in a bath and stuff to open your chakras, sit with your blocked ass heart chakra and figure out why you don't want to love and let love in your life.
Mm, that part says, yeah.
So yeah, you go crazy doing that. So I'm not just went on a tangent, but I hope y'all got that. Sit with yourself.
Great.
You want, yeah, sit with yourself. The spiritual baths, all of that, the all of that will come. It will come. You've been living your whole life without a bath. You ain't gonna die today. I'm just being honest.
That's being real. That's being real because I think I'm gonna say even like on this online on spiritual community, people are looking for like let me get a spiritual bath, let me get let me try these herbs, let me try these different things. Which yes, they're amazing, but if you haven't been doing that work, if you're not even aware of self, it don't even matter. It don't even matter, and you don't even know what intention you putting out there, and you think I'm gonna this. No, you have to actually if you really want to see some change, if you really want to be working on yourself, you do got to sit with yourself. You do got to figure out what it is. What am I trying to do? What's going on here? What do I need help with? What am I seeking? Like what am I looking for? And to be okay with that. But a lot of people want to skip past that process
Mm-hmm.
and do the shit that look kind of cool and funky and everything. Oh, let's try this. Let's try this. But there's no awareness of self. You can't even trust yourself. You don't even know tap in. You don't know how to. You don't know who you are. So
Mm-hmm.
it's necessary. Sis, you preaching. Yeah.
No, girl. People be trying to put on brand new clothes with a dirty ass body, but you got mud everywhere. Why are you trying to put on new outfits? I'm confused. Um, but but
So,
yeah, no. I think that like the honestly shadow work is most important,
but that's not
because when we
necessary.
talk about like you said spiritual, that's a that's a prescription. I prescribe you to take this spiritual bath. I prescribe you to go into the earth and put your feet in the ground. I prescribe you to do this egg cleanse. I prescribe you. This is a prescription. That means that it's a solution to a problem, which means that you have looked at, examined, and you know what the problem is. When you're just taking the spiritual bath, well, what's the issue? Like you just said. So I think that like, unfortunately, because of the trend, people are just blindlessly following the leader and just doing what looks good. Because half of these baths don't be spiritual baths. Sis, let me tell you something. Your spiritual bath is not supposed to be a fruit salad. It's not a fruit salad. It is not a fruit salad, you guys. Your spiritual bath is not a fruit salad. You are not a cocktail.
No, no. But people, I think people, and they misconstrue what a spiritual bath is. You trying to release, cleanse, open up something. It is not like, oh, we having this, like you said, like an actual fruit salad. Actual, like we having a whole buffet up in this motherfucker. It's like a whole buffet, and but it's what people see. It's like a trend, and it's not the awareness. And as leaders, when we've talked about this, we have to be diligent that we're speaking truth, right? That we're actually saying this is the process. Like if you really want to enlighten yourself, to open yourself up, you gotta seek within. You gotta go within. You gotta sit with yourself and go through. Because all even on my journey, I didn't go immediately to spiritual bath, but that came later, and it has helped and served me. But I first I gotta know who the fuck I am, and then I gotta know who behind me, who got me. I gotta be in line with my team. If I don't know that, then it's like, what am I doing? I'm just having fun. I'm playing in water. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, especially like in our tradition, when we get initiated or certain readings, they tell us different taboos that we have. So you can be so if you're an uneducated about self, you could be looking on YouTube. Oh my God, this spiritual bath looks so good, and then next thing you know, you don't put divulge yourself in a whole taboo.
Yes, yes, yes.
You just got to think smarter, not harder. And it's not me, discouraging people. I think people should take a spiritual bath. You want to take a spiritual bath, baby? Get you some sea salt, some Epsom salt, get you some pink Himalayan salt, some dragon's blood, not really dragon's blood, get you some lemongrass, some marigold, okay, sugar, because I can give you a whole recipe. Okay, I can tell you the herbs to go get. I can send you a picture of the tree to go get the herbs from. It ain't not us not telling you not to do them. It's basically us saying if you really want to start evolving in your spiritual journey, then you need to do the foundational work first. That's simply it. Just do the foundational work. Self-love work, your mirror work, your shadow work, your research.
Now, even when you're saying like mirror work, can you explain what is the mirror work?
Mirror work is, I've called it like a form of mental reprogramming.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in the mirror, and you can pray over it, you can spray it, you put your little sigils on it. But when you get in that mirror, you are looking yourself in the eye, and you are speaking life into yourself. You are speaking to yourself the same way you speak to a friend. You are affirming yourself. You are showing yourself love. You are encouraging yourself. You are uplifting yourself in the mirror. We are so quick to boost up and pump up and go, girl, bitch, you better get it. We are so quick to gas the next person up. And then when it's our time to shine, and everybody like, girl, you better, you stop, you freeze up. You don't, I'm just kidding. It's because we're not used to being celebrated. We're not used to people saying, yes, you better do that. Yes, you better go. And when it happens, because it is something that we deserve, we become afraid, and we freeze. So
Mm-hmm.
being in a mirror and saying, I love you. You are magnificent. You are beautiful. You are the Messiah. You are a world changer. God is in you. God is moving through you. Everywhere you go, you're received with love. You got the Midas touch. Everything you do is a success, baby. You that goddess. You better show up. You better do that. You better win. You better go for it. Just do you, for you, baby. Like
Yeah,
when you in the mirror and you doing that, y'all don't understand how hype I be in a mirror.
you be hype.
People, used to think that my energy was false because they haven't seen people who is as hyper as I am 95% of the time. But 95% of the time, as me, the S-U-O Shun that I'm in the fucking mirror. Even at my job, they'll tell you I have a mirror on my computer because I look at myself while on the call, okay? I am very much so in love with myself. I
God.
am going to encourage myself because for a very small portion of my life, I did not like who I was. I
Mm.
didn't think I was beautiful. At one point, I was bleaching my skin. I was disconnected from my soul.
Mm-hmm.
So the mirror, my reflection, gave me that cord, that spiritual cord, to reconnect to me, the beauty that is me.
Yes,
Fuck society.
I say.
And that's what soul freedom and being in tune with your spirituality is. It's understanding that man in the mirror, that connection with self and self, and that realization that there's really only one person on this motherfucking planet. I am you, you are me. We have different programming in different ways and different experiences to learn different lessons, but at the end of the day, it is only one.
Only one.
And let me see if I can find out what's the name of that theory, because that is an actual theory because I was reading up on it.
Girl, okay. Teach me. But
Mm-hmm.
you absolutely right, boo, because the mirror work and like you said earlier, I don't think people realize how much it feels awkward to actually look ourselves in the mirror and to say good ass stuff about ourselves, to hype ourselves up. We're able to do that for everybody else. But to say I'm amazing, I'm wonderful, I'm sexy, I am beautiful, I like
Mm-hmm.
that it feels awkward. So it's like, but it has to be done because that means that we're not used to it. That
Yep.
we feel some type of way when we receive that. Why do we feel like that's not meant for us? No, it is. It is meant for you, and no one
Mm-hmm.
else. Even if other people tell you how amazing you are, how great you are, it's not gonna register. It might feel good for that moment, but when you alone and you go home, if you don't believe about yourself, it don't matter. So the meal work is powerful because you're commanding that. You're commanding it to be. And you're speaking life into yourself. And that like, yeah, it's it changes. But it's a consistent
Mm-hmm.
thing. You gotta be in that mirror every day. I am that woman. I am amazing.
And
I'm not to be fucked with. Like every day. Like every day. People like,
even on my worst days, do you hear me?
even on my worst days, like I have my affirmations up on my mirror, and even sometimes I'm like, look, I don't want to do, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta remind myself who I am because I know the other side of that is me questioning myself or me like, I'm not that woman. Yes, you are, bitch. Like, yes, you are. You have
Mm-hmm.
to be. We have to be our biggest cheerleader. And when we command that as well, like your spirit team, my spirit team, my family, they hype me up, but they were like, you need to get you need to, what is you doing? Well, you know we got you. Why are you sitting here playing with yourself? Okay, come on, tell us what we need to do so we can move, so we can do some things for you. You know what I'm saying? So the mirror work is so powerful. It is so powerful. It just shifts. That literally just I don't know. Feel like something's opening up, and I don't know the terminology for this stuff, but it feels like something's opening up within me, and I'm like, oh, I am. I really am.
It's a portal. Like I said, you looking at you. It's you connecting to you. That
Mm-hmm.
mirror is a portal. That's why they say don't sleep with them mirrors in front of your bed. It's a portal.
Don't do that. I close my bathroom door. I if it's a mirror in the room, I usually put a sheet over it or something. No. But yes, mirrors are portals and they're powerful. So you have to speak life. Make sure you're speaking life. Powerful things into yourself. Um, I was gonna say, Eva, did you find what you were looking for?
Oh yeah, I stopped because I was listening. I think it's called the Gaia theory. Three
Okay.
theories on Earth, the infinite Earth, because it also talks about the. I don't believe that. Hold on, it's loading. Yeah, but I think it's called the Gaia theory. If anybody knows what it's called on here, the
Yeah,
rational choice theory, rational choice as
yeah.
individuals.
Chris
Okay.
may know because Chris is she studies it. Well, they study everything, so Chris may know. So Chris, if you know, you can let us know. But I do want to ask you though, Aoife, as well. Those who, because I'm speaking about a spirit team, and I'm speaking because maybe not everybody's aware. So, well, like with your spirit team or your ancestors, how can you build a connection with them or relationship with them?
So building a connection to your spirit team, sitting with yourself. I'm gonna say that every time. Um, Creating an ancestor altar will be one of my things that I would suggest. And an ancestor altar, what it does is it gives you the opportunity to have something tangible and physical that represents the benevolent spirit guides that you have. On that altar, you can include pictures of your ancestors. You can include 1 to 9 cups of water on your altar if they like to smoke, if they had a favorite drink. You can include incense, crystals, whether it's like a little small bamboo tree or a plant on there, a white candle, and just like a small table would do with the white cloth. And if you don't have pictures of your ancestors, you can write their names down in order of death. In tobacco, yes, in order of like how they passed, whoever passed away the oldest, then go down. Um, Thank you, boo. I guess I like you today. Thank you. Uh, some rum, some tequila, like just a shot of liquor. Even if you kind of get one of those like them dollar shots from the store. And just that there is to start your ancestor altar. In order to truly build a connection, you would want to sit with that altar, I would say, for at least 17 days. Like, give yourself a full moon cycle to build something consistent, a consistent and a connection to that altar. And I would say just have a day. If you get off work at 7 every day, you get home at 8:30, just sit at the altar for 15 minutes, right? And every day just make that a pattern so they know that that's a space where they're welcomed. You can pour libation, which is water, Sprite, liquor, pour it out on the ground for your ancestors. And just, we say Omi Tutu, which is cool head, but you can just say, you know what, I give this to my great auntie, or I give this to all of my ancestors, known and unknown, while you're pouring it out. You can write letters to your ancestors. I've learned that to be a very good way to connect with them, writing letters to them, asking them whatever it is that you need, whether it's guidance, love, or just for them to show up for support. Like I said, you want to make sure you're only calling upon the ancestors that are truly here for your highest good. You can keep those letters. I often burn the letters that I write to my ancestors because that fire is a transmutional energy, and it also represents spirit. So that's a great way for them to receive the messages that you have for them. Even if you just simply walk around your house and just talk. Hey, grandma, just wanted to let that I appreciate you for being here. I know you're here with me. I know you guided me, grandma. I just ask that you, I would also say, like, one thing when I first started my journey, like consciously anyway, I got so frustrated because I felt like I wasn't getting any signs and symbols or anything. Like, I was like, I'm doing all this work, but how do I know you're listening? How do I know? Make sure when you're communicating with your ancestors, you tell them, and your Ori, because your highest self is your MVP. Your highest self is your main character. Nothing can be done without the consent of your highest self. You always want to make sure you give honor, praise, reverence, Kia, You give honor and praise to your twin in heaven, because that's where all your blessings come from. Never forget that. But when it comes to your spirit team, ask them, send me signs in threes, send me signs in numbers. Ancestors, send me signs in ways that I will understand. Okay, it is important that you are very specific, because they only know the way that they know. So if you say, ancestor, I need you to tell me if I need to do this. I need the sign to be in threes. I need it to be in a way I can't deny. They will work with you. Mm-hmm. But the spirit guys, they just want a relationship, because they on the other side like a nigga at work that ain't got nothing to do on the clock. So give them something to do. Mm-hmm. Give them conversation. Give them, and here's what you can offer them. You can give them flowers. You can cook, if you want to cook them some yams, some chicken. Maybe you guys have family dinner. You have someone who has a favorite meal. You can give them cigarettes. You can give them candy. You can give them liquor, right? If your ancestors like to smoke that good weed, you can give them some marijuana, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I do. Don't judge me. Now, I let it sit on there for a good 30 days, and then I say, is you done? And then I smoke it. Praise it, because it's anointed blood. We ain't going to talk about it. Anyway, I want to hear it. I'm at Shul and I do what I want. But you could offer them, things that are valuable, right? And I would say, don't go to the Orishas. Don't try to go to Aphrodite. Don't try to go to Isis. Not yet. First, build your foundational. Your foundation is your ancestors and your higher self and you. Yes. Once you got a solid relation, that's why I became a priest of Egungun first. I'm a priest of my ancestors first, and then nature, right? So once you get that foundation, your Ori, your ancestors, once you know who you are. Let's say I was to become a priest when I was in high school. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know like I was going to be a professional twerker or a professional cusser outer or a professional checker bitch. I didn't know like I was going to be this person. So when I did start to know who I was able to better understand the energies that I identified with when it was time for me to deal with the Orishas and the deities. Mm-hmm. Because when they say, "Oh yeah, you a child of Oshun and you Eshu and you Isis," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Who? Wait, huh?" But then when I started knowing who I was, I'm like, "Oh, I do like to play, and I am. Oh, that's. Oh, let me research Basset. What did she do? Oh my God, that's my person. I just wrote that in my Isis. Which Isis? What does she do? Who is she? Oh goddamn, that's my personality again. Hold on, hold on. At least 3 different traditions. Okay, okay. Oh shoot, I don't even know nothing about this African spiritual shit. Oh, that's my favorite color. Yeah. Oh hell no. Right. But when you know yourself, it is easier for you to understand the information that is given to you by spirit, and that is what I'm saying. That's all.
Ashe. It's always starting. Thank you, sis, for so much, because starting back from sitting with yourself, building a relationship with your ancestors and your spirit team. That is the best thing that you can do, is build a relationship. Okay, learn who they are, like talk to them, speak to them, and always, come with gratitude and be gracious. And it's you will be amazed how much, like you say, your spirit team, your spirit guys, they're just waiting for you to ask them for help. They're just waiting for you to assist them. They're just waiting for, for them to assist you. They're just waiting for whatever you need. We have to pay attention to how spirit is moving, because there's synchronicities everywhere. There's things that's being shown to us, but are we paying attention to our spirit team? Are we paying attention to what's around us so we can tap into all that is a blessing to us? Sometimes we're stressed out about certain things, and I'm looking around and I'm seeing butterflies. I'm like, oh, okay, it's time for transformation. It's time for rebirth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of that lately. Or I'm seeing numbers 444. Okay, let me just go. I know I'm good. My angels are with me. Maybe I need to ask for help. Maybe they're here to assist me. Maybe that thing I was worrying about, I need to say, I need some help, guys. Can you give me a can you show me? And like you said, you gotta be specific. You gotta say what you're asking for, and they will respond. They will give that to you. And it is enlightening, because it helps open you up to trust yourself more, to realize how much support and love you do have, that you're not doing this by yourself on this physical realm, that you actually have support. You have
Mm-hmm.
real ass support. And we got a question. Hold on. I think it's a question. I don't know how to use this.
Oh yeah, how to scroll. I was trying to figure it out too. Like I don't know how to scroll.
Somebody asked, could they go live? Oh, so someone said, how do you ward off spiritual attacks that come back to back? I don't know what happened. Oh, well, Ifa. I think Ifa. I'll be worried about the karma. I'll be worried about everything. Now I'm playing. Boomy, you there, boo? Hold on. This is okay. Let me get Boomy back. There she go. I don't know what happened. Spirit said, God said, "Oh, it's getting too good." You know what I'm saying?
My bad, y'all. I was trying to get off the screen, and then I don't know what happened. Okay, somebody said, "How do they ward off spiritual attacks that keep coming back to back?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, the question is like spiritual attacks that keep coming back to back. That means that you need to do some. For one, you might need to actually go to a priest and do a spiritual, get a actual reading, and get a prescription, right? Because if it's something that you're trying to get rid of and it comes back, that means that you need a higher dosage, which means that there could be a spirit that needs to be appeased. That means that somebody could have some type of juju or spell on you that needs to be removed off. It could mean that you yourself could be hexing you, and there needs to be something that's changed within you. So anytime you have something like that happening, you need to immediately seek the counsel of a priest. I'm not a priest or a babalao. I don't do EFI readings. I ain't got time for that stress, right? But I can definitely direct you to someone who will be able to do that. but you would have to actually get a reading because you would need to see what energies are around you and why you're attracting that. Also, if you're not in a space where you can do that, one thing I would encourage you to do is cut cordings, right? Go through the process of doing energetic cord cuttings and do this, I would say, from 7 to 21 days. Literally doing meditations where you're cutting the cords, taking spiritual baths, real spiritual baths, where you're releasing and detoxing your aura. You want to make sure that you're doing your mental meditations, which is you making sure that you're doing your protection, right? And when I say doing your protection, that means getting up every day and literally putting your shields up. Getting up every day, making sure you have the right crystals on. Getting up every day, making sure you're appeasing the necessary spirits to be protective guys for you. Making sure you get up every day and praying for protection. So something, when you're constantly having negative energy thrown at you and you're feeling it, something is off. There's a disconnect from spirit. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, ain't no motherfucker stronger than you.
Mm.
And nobody is. Sorry, I got my door open. And I say that because their magic is only as powerful as your mind allows it to be. And
That
I
part.
can tell you this because I may be a micro influencer, but I have been doing this for a while. And I have had a lot of women who have hexed me, who have thrown darts at me. I've been put in a few jars. I've had a few priests hex me. Um, and one thing I do know, like if you do the necessary work, you will be protected. And if you make sure you're doing constant spiritual maintenance, you won't really feel it. You won't really feel it at all. Sometimes like I would go get readings and the Bible would be like, oh my God, we need to do this immediately. Do you not feel this energy? And I'm like, no, what happened? Right? Like I'm all oblivious to the fact that people are throwing juju at me. But
Yes.
why? Because my mind has already been made up that no one is more powerful than me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. My mind has already been made up that anybody that tries to come against me, my ancestors with their thuggish, ruggish, bone asses, is going to immediately stop whatever tries to come and attack me. So, and in the reading, he was like, your spirit guys, they're fighting. They're fighting. And I'm like, living my best life while my spirit team is on guard.
Mm-hmm.
So I am a witness to, if you do the work, you won't feel a thing. But you need to make sure you're getting your readings if you're feeling other people's energy against you. And even if you don't. But you need to be doing your spiritual work and appeasing your ancestors, because when people are, let's just say I wasn't doing my spiritual work. Let's just say I didn't feed my ancestors and stuff like that. All of that energy that they were protecting me from, that shit would have probably broken me down. Bitch, bad knees would be bad for real. Right? So the more that you take care of yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you honor yourself because you are their first altar. And the more you give to them physically and energetically, the more they're able to stand at your defense when you are feeling like you're hexed by other people. Go ahead, Jaleisha.
Now you on point, and so I'm a student right now, and I'm just listening and observing. But you absolutely right, because I think that we give our power away, and so a lot of times what happens when we give it away. Are you there, Eva Boomy? Hopefully so. But if we give it away, then somebody else.
I feel like I feel like I be talking a lot. Talking,
um
girl.
no, well, I'm gonna say we Libras, so that's okay. That's just naturally who we are when we start. But I also would say that you're teaching, and so you're informing, and spirit is moving through you. So I allow it to be because I'm observing, and I'm like, yes, thank you for sharing your essence and who you are, and allowing spirit to move through you. So it's love. Don't do that because you do that a lot. I think I'm talking too much. Okay, and what? Thank you.
Yeah.
But now I was
I'm
just
motor mouth, baby.
look, motor mouth is a beautiful thing. To have a motor mouth, be a motor mouth, that's a beautiful thing. Embrace that. Okay? Embrace all of the motives. All of the motives. Okay? Uh but I was just gonna say, just the fact that what you said about, to me it's like almost giving our power away. When we allow someone or we allow energy or whatever, somebody's bad juju to really fuck with us, we giving our power away. We're giving that away to them because we are allowing that to penetrate us. But yes, it is about, making sure you connect with your spirit team and that they protect you. But at the same time, you gotta know who you are. You do have to have that built-in foundation of who you are, so that, look, because you people can say you bad juju just looking at your picture online. They looking at you online, they don't scroll through and they like, oh, this bitch. And so so you gonna get bad.
I
you
hate this
bad.
motherfucker.
Damn, you gonna take a damn shit, goddamn. Like, oh, damn. And let you not be confident. They can't, people don't even, sometimes they don't mean harm, but the energy, the insecurity, it feeds into it, so they're sending bad juju anyway because it's just in them, because of their own wounds and their own scars. So it's just definitely that we have to be solid in who we are. We
Yeah.
gotta be solid who we are. So anybody else, they can send whatever, but I'ma still know who the fuck I am, and then I'ma recognize, oh, this really ain't me. If I'm feeling something, this ain't me.
Right.
Somebody, let me go ahead and transmute it, because this ain't got shit to do with me. This somebody,
Right.
oh shit, get that shit
And
out of here.
you can take that with you when you leave, goddamn it, because it ain't mine. It
it,
ain't mine.
it ain't mine. Like I don't want that. I don't want none of that. No,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. I can't help the way, I love me today. Anyway, um, she said, folks just don't like me. And folks don't like you because it's you. That's who you are. And that's the power of you. I'm gonna say that it's the power of who you are. The reason they don't like you is something within you. It may be you haven't seen yet. You haven't tapped into all that you are, but they see it, and they like,
Mm-hmm.
because anybody just don't like me. It's a reason why, but
I
it's
want to
just,
say this. I'm sorry, finish saying your reason why, and I'm going to pick it back off of you.
but normally it's not even about us. It's about them. It's always about what's going on with them. They own shit. They own pain. They own. I wish I was like that person. I wish I could do that. I wish I could. It ain't never about us. It's about them and they own shit. But then they
Yeah.
project stuff onto us because they can't deal with their own stuff. They can't deal with it. But go ahead. Go ahead, Eva.
I was just literally just going to say exactly what you just said. I think it's a little bit of both. I think that when, like, sometimes, like, when people, like, I have a lot of people that just don't like me, but I also know I really have, like, I have a I'm that bitch and you don't know it, that's your fault type of attitude sometimes. So I can understand how I can come off. I got an Aries rising. I could come off like, she really thinks she all that. Because I really do think I'm all that. I really am conceited and I'm okay with that. But in that, I have learned that oftentimes, even when I would be hating on people, it is because, damn, like, man, look at this motherfucker over there losing all that goddamn weight, getting six packs. And I'm really mad at myself. Like, fuck, I can't be disciplined. Man,
Yeah.
why I can't just be stick to it? Like, fuck. Oh, I didn't want to look at your picture because you remind me of how I ain't disciplined. You remind me of how I ain't sticking to what I said I was gonna do. Oh, I hate you, but I really love you, and I'm inspired, but I hate you, but I'm inspired. Oh, because that's really what it be.
Yes.
That's really what it be. And that's why, like, I always tell people, like, when folks don't like you, that's a personal problem for the other person. The thing is for you to learn how not to internalize their lack of self-love.
That part.
Because I believe it's only one person on the planet, and you don't like me, baby, you don't like yourself. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Reflection. Reflection. Okay. Reflection. It's just reflection.
Yeah, because I think I'm dope as fuck. I mean,
You
I might be a little loud, could be a little country, just a smidge bitch of ghetto interactions, but I think I'm fucking amazing. So if you don't like me, something wrong with you. You hate you, baby.
Well, what is it about me? And I really don't care, but what is it about me that makes you so uncomfortable? Like, what is it? What is it about me that makes you so uncomfortable with yourself? That you can't like me. It's something, whatever I do, it really bothers you. It stirs something up in you. What is
It's
it?
the
What is
realization that you're doing what they can't. It's just
it?
like when your mama, it's just like when, parents be, when us as young women, we be like, damn, my mama was my biggest hater. Not your mama dope as fuck. But when,
Yeah,
people be like, damn, my mama was my biggest hater, right? It's because they see in you what they don't see in themselves.
that
They
part.
see in you what they wish they could see in themselves. So, of course, you can do everything right. You can be pleasant, you can be kind, you can be loving, you can be supportive, and they will still not like you just because you're showing up in a way they don't know how.
That part. That
That's
part.
why I tell people just be. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Because why spend your life seeking the approval of other people, seeking the approval of people who are still finding themselves? You still finding you. You still being able to come to terms with the man in the mirror. So why would I allow your hate for me stain the acceptance that I've had within myself? You guys got to watch a show called Big Mouth, because it literally starts to introduce how a lot of our like it talks about how a lot of our current programs, where, excuse my hair, I didn't realize that, how a lot of our current programs were impacted as children. Things like shame, right? Shame, as kids, when we're talking about being ourselves and showing up as our true authentic self, that little bug of anxiety and fear starts to come up within our minds, and we become adults with a big ass shame monster, big gigantic anxiety fucking bees around us. Uh-oh.
I've never heard of Big Mouth. Now I'm gonna
You
watch
should
it.
watch it, but it's interesting. I'm a very visual person,
Yes.
but you should watch it, because it literally, like, it kind of gives insight into how. And, I like human resources too. I got to give them their props on that too. But it just gives insight into how we became the adults that we are, and it really just affirms that we need a lot of reprogramming,
Yeah.
because a lot of the stuff that we feel and we think and we feel like we know is false.
It's not true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Big Mouth. Oh Lord. You preaching tonight, sis. You teaching tonight. Okay. I'm so like grateful. Um oh my goodness. You done dropped so many tools and gems and everything, and I'm just honored and blessed, and I'm honored that you my sister, but I'm just honored that you came on here with me. I'm so grateful and thankful.
You know
Uh,
I love you, girl. You know I love you.
I love you. I love you. I don't know. So I guess because I can't even think of the other questions I had, because I think you don't went you not that it's bad. You went over and beyond anything I could imagine. So now I'm like, I think we hit a lot. I don't know. Uh,
I think we understood the assignment. Okay.
Spirit did what Spirit had to do, and he came like Spirit came and just took over, and that's what I wanted to happen. So I'm really happy. Yay! But I wanted to ask you, did you have anything else that you wanted to add about spirituality or self love, anything at all?
Only thing that I would say is be gentle with yourself. On this journey of becoming more in tune with yourself, you guys heard me talk about shadow work and dark night of the soul and things like that. Spirituality isn't all roses and flowers and skips. It's work, and it is beautiful work. It is well rewarding, but be easy and gentle with yourself as you're going through the process, because every day won't be great. Some days you will wake up and you want to say fuck the world. Some days you'll wake up and you will say, "Come give me a big hug, Susie." Like, it really does just depend. But be easy on those mountaintop high days and those valley low bad fuck it all days. And
Ooh.
don't be afraid to take a fuck it all pill as you're going through your spiritual journey. Because sometimes you really just got to say fuck it all.
Oh.
Delete that Facebook, delete that Instagram, or suspend it for a minute and sit with yourself. Don't be afraid to cut off the world to take care of you. Because if not, you'll realize your cup has always been empty and you've always been living your life off of a fucking sip.
Mm. Damn.
So, I'm just saying, some people cups never been full. You know, me and my ex-lover, me and him, we used to have this conversation with each other. And he used to, I used to be like, I don't, we don't need nobody coming to tear us down. I'm trying to build myself back up. And he used to always tell me, he was like, nobody ever built us. Like, no one, a lot of us have never been built. A lot of us have never been in a space where people are pouring into us and showing up for us and showing us love. And no, a lot of us haven't experienced that. So now as adults, we're in these phases of now where we're having to learn to build ourselves.
Yeah.
And if now we're babies. And as would you beat a child's ass? What if a child drops something? Would you say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Unless
Yeah.
you're just an emotionally imbalanced person. But an emotionally balanced person would be gentle with the child.
Yes.
So as you're moving into your spiritual journey, treat yourself like you would a child, like you would your best friend,
Ooh.
so that you can truly know what it feels like to have a full cup versus operating off of the sip, aka survival mode.
Ashay.
I gotta go to work. Gotta go to work. Can't miss a day of work. Gotta go make this money, girl. Gotta go make this money. Gotta get on the hustle. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. Gotta move. You living in the spirit of fucking scarcity. You're living in the spirit of fear. You're living in the spirit of lack. You're living in the spirit of overdoing survival.
Survival. That's exactly what it is. Survival.
And as women, that is the furthest out of alignment with our natural energy. Nobody has to do shit for the earth to thrive. For the divine feminine, the original ocean and the earth, the first feminine energy to ever exist on this earth. Nothing is needed to cultivate and to provide.
Mm.
So the mere fact that us as women feel like the hustle and the bustle and I understand being a woman with power, so I appreciate women with power. But we have to also be able to balance that power and that ease and flow and being in that space of abundance, gentleness, and peace.
Ashay.
That's it.
That's the
I
best.
didn't sleep all day. I haven't eaten all day. So literally, I literally have been fasting this whole day. So I don't apologize. My hair ain't wrapped. So I'm just pulling in messages. I should have wrapped my hair.
No, you look beautiful. Uh, regardless, and you look fine. I don't understand what you talking about to her. But you look beautiful. But no, pouring in, you just dropping all these nuggets, and thank you, feeding spirit. Like, whoo, thank you, because I think especially the last part about us being on survival mode as women, we're just going, and we think that down. And I'm learning even myself how to relax. And we should be flowing. We should trust. We should be tapped in with ourselves. And I want to say something because as you were speaking, Spirit was telling to me, even as you're working on your spiritual journey, you're going throughout your spiritual journey, if you sit with yourself and you deplug from social media, like Ifa was saying, and you get with yourself and you allow yourself to actually sit with yourself and you ask your spirit guide or your spirit team, hey, I need assistance. What's my next route? Be open to how intuitively you move because we're looking for directions on how we need to do this, how we should do that. But if you trust yourself or you allow yourself to be open intuitively, your heart space, you'll just start building your own,
Mm-hmm.
start moving differently, and it'll just start coming intuitively, instinctively, and it'll become your own ritual, it'll become your own path because you're building that connection, that relationship. And this is what just came to me as I was saying it because someone else can tell you, give you guides and tools. But if you trust self and you open yourself and relax into self, you're gonna flow through it. It's gonna move to you. We're giving you resources, but it's still gonna flow to you intuitively. You're like, oh, I want to do this. So I feel guided to do this now. I feel guided to change this. I feel guided to clean this goddamn house. And
Please.
I got to open up these windows. I feel God to change my sheet, like my bed, the colors in my bedroom, like something is these colors make me feel really down and out. I don't like the way this stuff making me feel. I'm finna change it. I feel guided to redo, like you'll start feeling intuitive. That's all your heart space. That's all God working within you and saying, I want to do something different. I'm shifting. I'm shifting. I'm making room. So be open to that. But I had to say that real quick, sis.
I like that. I'm with that. I agree.
Everything you said, man, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, thank you, boo.
Always. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm honored that you even asked me to join today. Like, thank you so much for trusting me with your tribe, with our tribe, with the tribe. Like, thank you. I love you.
I love you. And I ain't gonna keep you on much longer. So, because we've been on for like an hour and 15 minutes. So, yes, y'all, Eva Bunnmi's on here. You know, follow her if you haven't. If you don't know yet, God is chocolate. She is chocolate. God is chocolate. She's absolutely amazing. She just pours into everyone as you see. She's like a mother. She's younger than me, but she pours and it's overwhelming and it's genuine and it's just full of like light and love and extra just extraness, but that's exactly who she is. And so I love everything about you, sis. I'm so grateful. I ain't gonna hold you because I know you ain't ate. You might want to eat something. um Thank everybody for tuning in. What I will do, sis, I will save this and I'll send it to you. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you're live on Facebook, but then I can post on Facebook for you. I mean, well, I'll send it to you if you want to post on Facebook.
Okay. I love you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good evening. Have a good.
Everybody have a good night. Thank y'all for joining.
Bye.